Hello, good day to everyone. I am your teacher for today. I'm Hina Balderrama, and I'm going to discuss to you about the developing functional literacy. Oh, have you ever heard about the functional literacy? Or do you have any idea, thoughts regarding this topic? That's nice. Thank you for your answers. Functional literacy is the ability to manage daily living and employment tasks that required reading skills beyond a basic level. So when we say functional literacy, the ability to manage. When we say the ability to manage, it is your purpose. It is your action, application regarding to what have you learned, to what knowledge you gain about. And then when we say beyond the basic level, it is the additional or advanced knowledgeable skills you need to discover or you need to enhance. So how is functional literacy different from literacy? Literacy refers to the ability to read or write at any level, while functional literacy refers to practical skills needed to live a normal life. So when we say literacy, those are people that can read or write in different texts or in different season. While a functional literacy, it refers to practical skills needed to live a normal life. It is the knowledge about how you applied, how you manage your knowledge or your understanding about what you have learned. So it is important on how we can improve functional literacy. So how we can improve a functional literacy? We need to select activities that practice real-world skills. When we say real-world skills, it is used in 21st century literacy skills and teaching resources like student-led learning, also known as cooperative learning, and inquiry-based classroom environment. And also, it is used in collaborative activities, HATS activities, and creative learning. Those are the literacy skills and teaching resources in 21 centuries. So when we say student-led learning, or also known as cooperative learning, it is involved students working together to accomplish shared goals, and it is a sense of interdependence that motivate group members to help and support each other. So it also a process of breaking a classroom of students into small groups so they can discover a new concept together and help and other learn. So meaning student learning is student work together with other student or have a cooperative learning like what I said. So next, the other one is inquiry-based classroom environment. So when we say inquiry, is asking questions and seeking answers. So when you design a lesson using inquiry, you start with one or more driving questions. The quality of inquiry that follows depends on the quality of your question. Like what I said, we need to use question types like do, is, what, W questions, where, when, how, should, would. Those are questions that we need to get or we need to ask for our student. And also we need to use this on answering our question, the Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy is one of the strategies that are using in 21st century skills. Bloom's taxonomy can help us to remember the lesson what are we talk about, and it helps to understand the lesson that we taught in our students, and also it helps to analyzing the problem or application and creatively. So these are the part of inquiry-based classroom environment. Also, we are using a collaborative learning. When we say collaborative learning, is an educational approach to teaching and learning that involves groups of students working together to solve a problem, complete a task, or create a product. So when we say collaborative, it is the approach. What can you say about approach, or what is your idea about this approach? So when we say approach, it is means to move close to something. Meaning, approach is if you want to get more knowledge or understand what do you want to learn about. And this is used in collaborative learning. To use, we use collaborative learning to develop of higher level thinking or oral communication, also in self-management and leadership skills. It also promotion of student-faculty interaction. We use collaborative learning to increase in student retention, the self-esteem, and responsibility. Also to exposure to and an increase in understanding of diverse perspectives. And also the important is to preparation or to have preparation for real life social and employment situation. Those are the important concept that why we are using collaborative learnings. Also, we use a collaborative activities like small groups, assignments, online field trips, group work, and others. And also, we are use a HATS activities and creative activities. Those are the 21st century literacy skills and teaching resources that we need to use in our students on how to develop a functional literacy. Also, in the participatory approach, the main goal of this approach is to have every student as well the teachers actively participating in the activities. This approach changes the role of teachers. Instead of giving us instruction and then stepping back to allow students to work, the teacher work together with the students. This approach forces us to practice our micro-teaching skills. And we must ask realistic materials because we are training students for realistic situation. In participatory approach, we are teaching on how to use realistic materials like illustration, posters, or anything that can help students to understand what we are going to discuss them. Next, for a large classes, it is impossible to give students individual attention. So we need to have a student work in pairs or small groups like collaborative. Our activities must also include extra textual components such as pictures, logos, or objects to reflect the realistic nature of activities. How does this approach help my student? Number one, it helped because 100% participation is the goal. This means that every student gets an opportunity to practice literacy skills. Second is students feel more supported as they are getting time to talk to the teacher directly in more private way. And third is students must practice communicating their problems as well as they communicating possible solutions to problems, which is priceless. Fourth, students develop the tools to help themselves, which is huge step towards functional literacy. And fifth, students practice understanding the connection between text and things and image. This is important because almost every type of realistic text is accompanied by an image. Example is a product packaging and newspapers, posters. And also finally, students practice understanding things as a whole instead of focusing on the meaning of individual words or images. And lastly, in the real life, they will encounter words or symbols they do not understand, but the ability to understand the whole message is what is really important. So those are the uh, benefits or how this approach may help my student. And for the Leslie, let's summarize our lesson for today. First, we are discuss about the functional literacy, and every student and the teacher must participate. Also, it is called that collaborative activities. And second, we must help the student and micro teach. So we need to have a different strategies on how we interact or how we can approach every student to be more focused or to be more productive in their studies. And third, we need to use realistic materials. Also, it is important that every student must see or understand what they are studying or what they want to learn about the topic. So realistic materials is one of the strategy that we can use to get close or to approach faster the attention of the student. Lastly, we need extra textual components. And that's all the summarize of the lesson for today. I hope did you get a lesson about this topic of developing functional literacy, and thank you for your viewing and listening to my video. And that's all. God bless you.